Oh my goodness. All right. Hey, Cindy. Good morning. All right. I think we're good here. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Sweet. Cindy, how you doing?
I finally got some sleep. I feel a little bit more normal in myself. Thankfully, yesterday I was on extreme empty. I'm just going to own it. I was really, really tired. But everybody's healthy
Good.
and we're going to stay that way.
Good.
Claiming
Let's
it.
keep that. Yes, absolutely. Oh man. Well, grateful to have you. And the fact that you showed up so yesterday, you are a superstar. So good to have you. Oh my gosh. Uh, well, good morning, everybody. We'll get this kicked off. Give us a big wave or throw a five in the chat if you are with us today. Welcome to the IPA call, income producing activity call. This is a call that's all about you. And in a bit, where this thing's scaling. Like yesterday, I was talking about how this call will grow to hundreds and thousands of people. And who here would love hundreds and thousands of your teammates on this line eventually, right? Like, imagine what that's going to be like. So, as we do that, one of the biggest things is to make sure that we're organized and we want to hear from as many of you as possible. So on this call, we want to hear from you. So specifically, if you have an income producing activity, I love what Kathy said, a TikTok, not a TED Talk. Exactly, right? So we also train ourselves to be even better communicators as well, too. So we encourage everyone to share. If you had any type of sale, any type of enrollment, whether you enrolled a 10-figure earner or you enrolled one customer with Advantage. It's all amazing. But the key is this, and I'll give you an example. Let's say I got a customer sales. I'll say, hey, so yesterday I made this post. I had someone that connected onto that. I followed the script and I sent them this. They responded. And after that, they were able to buy and boom. So I want to hear like what happened, what specifically did you do, and what was the outcome of it? So we want to hear specifically sales and enrollments, not necessarily I made a post and I got 100 comments and, then my dog said hi. And then, baby Jaden was with me. Those are great. But we want to make sure that we stick to exactly what was the relevant part of the business itself. And if we see things kind of go to a different direction, we'll kind of veer us back. And it's just because we love you. But here's okay with a little friendly coaching so that you can be better in everything. And that's how we become better trainers in everything, right? So just know if that happens, we love you. We love hearing from you. But we want to help everyone get better in everything. So with that said, a couple of announcements first. Remember, if you are newer, by the way, if you're within your first month, put a one in the comments if you are. And we just always like to welcome our newest people. This is the place to be. This place anybody can come to. The moment you have a brand new partner, plug them into here and they're off to the races. A good place to be at. But we have a very simple system here. So Tracy, welcome. She's been crushing it. I already know. So you make your launch post on social media. Leah's only been in your first month. She's been doing all types of crazy things. Been plugging away. Great example of how you grow as you get onto this call. So you make your post and then you do your engagement sandwich with your post and you go through your 7-day launch and you're making your post every single day. And after that, we have seen that pretty much every single person that goes through that 7-day launch, they are making money. They're at least getting the product paid for. Many make hundreds of dollars. And it's just moving. So if you haven't done that yet, or you need to redo that, not a bad idea to do so. And then from there, we have this income producing activity tracker that you can find in your team boards. And it's just a list of things you could do every single day to move the needle forward for your business and everything. All right. And by the way, if you do have an IPA, do exactly what Della Sanchez did. Hit that reaction button, raise your hand so we can hear from you and everything. So we have that one there. All right. I have some other announcements, but I'd love to open this up for any of our leaders. If you have events that you want to talk about or announcements you want to talk about or anything that's on your mind, if you have anything, feel free to mute yourself. I'll give us a minute here and just let the floor be open. I always want to make sure that there's something there. So Danielle, anything? Cindy, anything? Donna, Kelly?
Yes. Well, first
Yeah.
of all, just fair warning. It's April Fool's. So you guys watch out there. Okay. Watch out there. It's April Fool's. Just don't get fooled. I always forget. And I've seen a post this morning. I'm like, okay, we got to remember that. But I also wanted to say, so as you guys know, my family has been sick and down for the count yesterday. If you jumped on just now, I was on extreme empty, very, very low energy, just exhausted, right? Like soul exhausted. I felt like it was too much to even open up a message. My brain was just done, right? And so last night I got some really, really good sleep. Thank the Lord for rest and sleep and just healing, right? But I went to bed early, and there's a point to this story. Okay. I went to bed early and I missed the recognition call. So when I woke up a lot or early this morning, everything had exploded. And that's when I learned that so many of you guys have made this list. I actually went through and I highlighted everybody from James Zhang down, and it is remarkable the amount of people from this team right here that are on this list. And I was so blown away that I actually sent James and Becky a message because I was almost in a little bit of disbelief, right? Because we're up against a lot of really, really good people in this company. I mean, some major power players. So I was actually a little bit confused. Not that we're not all amazing, but I don't know. I was like, how are we owning so much of this momentum award being matched up against some really incredible players here? And so I messaged James and Becky. I'm like, what does this mean, right? So James, I would love for you to actually tell them what the measurement is. What are they measuring on this so that you guys can really understand how amazing this actually is?
Yes, absolutely. First, huge congratulations to this entire team. Nikita, thank you. And Cindy, congratulations. So, Momentum Awards is a new award that PartnerCo is implementing around the world. So, there's three categories. And the way that they measure this is from the biggest event of the entire year. By the way, quiz, put in the chat, what's the biggest event yearly in PartnerCo? Yeah, Ashley got it. Come on. That's why Ashley's also on this list, by the way. Congratulations. So from PXP to PXP, they measure in the markets who number one. So this was September 2024, the last PXP up until now. Who are currently the top brand partner enrollers? That means how many did you enroll and how much volume did they produce? On this, by the way, we had 4 of the top 10 in this organization, you know? So Lighty, I've been chatting with her. She's awesome. If you know Lighty, Cindy and Lindsay, of course, leading from the front. Ashley Riddle and Sarah Arndt. So congratulations to them. So that's number one. Number two, top customer enrollers is similar, but with customers. So preferred customers, how many did you enroll and how much did they do? Lighty and Sarah and Lori and Cindy and Lindsay, Kelly Whalen, Lily Ledbetter, Sandy Gledhill, and Shay Brennigan. Come on, Shay.
And
Eight.
Amelia Grace. Amelia Grace was
Oh,
recruited by Danielle Singh. She's number
what?
2.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. I did not know that.
right?
Okay. Wow. All right. So if
Yeah,
that's the case, well, I think that's 9. Okay. Then that's 9 of the top 10. Dang. All
that's
right.
it, guys.
That's nuts. Oh my gosh. All right. And we love Ashley Tamucci. She's cool, you know. So, and then top team builders is an interesting one. All roads lead to senior officer, the 6-figure level. And the top team builders mean if you enrolled someone personally and they went senior officer. So that's like leadership right there. How much volume did those senior officers produce as well, too? Yeah, we have Dave and Danielle Singh at number 1.
Number 1 now. Danielle, is she on here right now?
She is.
There you are. Danielle, mother freaking Singh. I feel like we got to hear from you. How are
100%.
you feeling?
I'm just in disbelief and shock. And last night I was on the call and I was taking my contacts out and I glanced down at my phone. I was on it and I just was like, is that my name? I was blown away, just blown away. I I honestly am just humbled and grateful and thankful, and truly, it's just such an honor. I'm blown away, and it's because of you, Cindy McKnight, Lindsay Yoakum, James and Becky, our incredible team, because there's no way anybody could do this without you guys, and then our incredible team that's just rising up. And I'm just in awe of it. It's just amazing what we're creating here. And I feel like the perfect name for Momentum Awards. We're just in so much momentum, you guys. And I just sat back last night and thought, wow, I mean, how did this happen? I had no idea, no idea. And just such an incredible honor. And I'm just so proud of everyone here and blessed to be on this journey. I keep saying that God has his hand all over this and us. And, you know, it's amazing because I'm not even here a year yet. So I'm coming up on my year anniversary launch, which will be in Punta Cana. So it's really surreal. I just can't believe it. I'm grateful, and for what you've created here. It's and the mentorship and the leadership, and just every time I feel like I'm need something, someone's here always, and I just appreciate that so much. I've never had such guidance and mentorship and leadership, and then for such a loving team. To be able to support everybody, and we say this all the time, meet people where they're at. And I try to always look for the good in people, because I know if we do, we'll find it. And sometimes it's hard because, we're all going through different things in life. We're all facing different challenges. I know, Cindy, you had a day yesterday, and everybody is at different places, but I'll never forget when I came here to Partner Co. and I wasn't going to say yes, but Cindy and Lindsay, you opened up your hearts to me and you met me where I'm at, and I'm forever grateful. And so you gave me my space. And because of that, it taught me so much to do the same for everyone that I bring on to. And that's it. It's incredible. I don't know. I'm just blown away. I'm like,
Well,
woke up
we love you. We
yeah.
love you so much. And you say it all the time, and I'm going to say it here too, is that you say, I couldn't have done it without all of you. And I will tell you, we couldn't do it without you. We couldn't do it without you either. And if you feel like, and I would bet that just about every single person on this Zoom right now, if you've been here for longer than a week, that Danielle Singh has added value into your business. She runs our media channel. She provides so much information, so many beautiful graphics. If Danielle Singh has helped move your business forward or your social media forward in any way, I want you to give her all the hearts. I want you to drop all the hearts in the comments. Give her so much love. We're so excited for you, so proud of you. And we truly are better together. We couldn't do this without you, and we are forever grateful for everything that you do for all of us. So we love you. Congratulations. And I want you to hold on to that number one, but I want everybody on this call to chase her. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Over to you, James.
Huge congratulations, team. It's because there's a game-winning formula here. So just know you're in rich soil, and there's 5 months left until the next PXP. So let's just flood the top of these charts, right, with all of us, because why not? Why not? Let's just have some fun with that. So congratulations, team. We are just started. All right. So huge on that. Also, this week, a couple of other announcements. When it comes to leadership, remember, we have a big call that's going on this Thursday. We are giving away a free set of drops on Thursday. And our goal is to be able to bring in the next generation. So this call is going to be all about upgrading your customer to become a partner that actually does something. And we have the best of the best with Shauna Carroll, Kelly Smith, Tim Edwards on this. Kelly, what are you excited about on this call? Kelly's also going to be co-hosting today's IPA, so grateful for your leadership.
Thank you. Well, congratulations, everyone. I was just like, I mean, I wasn't surprised to see that list. I knew it. I was like, our team's going to dominate. It's going to continue to dominate. So I was just proud. I was so excited to see so many names, and expectant to see even more names on the next list. So huge congratulations, first of all. I'm excited for this call just so people can actually hear our stories, right? I think people look at social media, they see someone's success, and they don't know where they came from or where they started. And so I think that's important. They might see a before and after and be like, man, she looks so different. Those products worked really well for her. But they don't know how we felt when we started the products. They don't know the struggles or the challenges we had as well. So I think being able to sit in front of people, everyday people like, moms like Shauna and I, and Tim, as a dad, I'm sure, just to hear, hey, we said yes. First of all, that was the first, win. And then we went through and had to push through some challenges, but here we are with these amazing results. So I think it'll be good for people to see just genuine, normal, everyday people sharing their story.
Huge. Absolutely. So be sure to pack that. I saw that Katie said she already invited 35 people. The Outsend challenge. Yeah. Bring 10 people. That is the challenge. I will tell you, you will see your business rocket jet fuel into the next place. So put a 10 in the comments if you're down for that challenge. Like, this is the one to drive. We're making it a webinar style, so there's no hackers, and it's going to be like next level. First time I think we're doing a webinar like this as well too. So excited for that. One other announcement before we get into our IPAs is, remember, all roads lead to Punta Cana on this call. So we're bringing hundreds of us to this. So be sure, if you have not yet opted into this, opt in with us. There's every day new people are coming in. So be sure everyone can qualify for this as long as you follow the things that we're doing here. We seen yesterday, I was just seeing there's so many people that are getting another step closer. Lynn Alfano was able to get another step closer. Adela Sanchez. I see Maiza, for example. There's so many of us that are doing this, and we're still trying to catch up with you guys with all the reporting and everything. So be sure to do that. And I have to share one more announcement on this. Yesterday, I had a call with what's called the Executive Council. And this is a call that had Katie Holt Larson, our president, Iru, president of Japan and China, John Wadsworth, our owner, Dan Colley, Todd Rowland, Tim Sales was on, Greg, Brent Palmer, and it was like epic. And one of the biggest things we're talking about, this trip. And just be expectant. There's going to be the things that we're doing, corporates really watching and listening. I'll just put it that way. And super excited because the things in the future are going to happen. And I have a really big announcement I got to share from that. I was not expecting this, but on the call, as we're getting to talk, and I'm working globally with a lot of different people. I was talking with Lana Hinks yesterday in Australia and everything. And as I was talking with John and Katie, they gave an interesting proposal, and I'll share with you guys as family. And I'm always thinking, how do we give better value? And, I'm all about, blurring the lines of sponsorship and helping everyone and everything. And of course, helping the team. But they gave an offer to actually be on the corporate team. And I was thinking about it. I was praying about it. And we decided to actually accept a corporate role and partner co, meaning that we're not going to be in the field anymore, meaning that it's going to be an interesting dynamic here. We're going to have to pass it off to you guys. So I wanted to make that announcement for you guys. Came in as a shock. And April Fools. No, I'm never going to leave. No, I mean,
oh my
Trying to
God.
get you guys prepared for that. I'm sitting there. I'm like, he is so full of doo-doo right now, but I'm going to sit here and I'm just going to congratulate him.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Like, no.
Wow.
I would never be quiet. I'm so grateful to do what we do.
Y'all looked so stressed, but congratulatory, congrats.
Yeah, we really want to be happy for him, but we're like, what in the world?
The thing is, he said before this call even started, oh, I forgot it was April Fool's Day. I'm going to have to think of something. For him to come up with it that quickly, that worries me.
Oh my God. Oh, you guys are so good. No, we'll never leave.
I'm gonna watch the replay just to watch Kelly's face again.
I was like, please don't do this to me.
Oh my gosh. All right, I'm done
Can't
for
survive
today.
without you.
I'm gonna
Can
talk.
I make one more announcement? This is not an April Fool's. This is
Yes.
actually true.
Yes.
I don't know if Michelle Gooden is on here, but she is one of my brand partners and she's fairly new. I did just have PTSD. But she hit not only ultimate, but she hit senior team lead and she is crushing it. So congratulations, Michelle. You guys, she's doing the do. So
Come on, let's go. Congratulations. All right, I'm gonna shut up because I'm traumatizing you guys now. I'll toss it to Kelly and Cindy, but we got Adela Sanchez first. So let's go through some IPAs.
Let me unmute my microphone. Good morning, everybody. You know what, James? I had such mixed feelings right now. I was like, do I congratulate him? Do I cry? I don't know. I don't know. That was a good one. Well, there's no April Fool for me today, except that I just want to show you, you never know when you least expect it, someone's going to get on board. And I had spoke with someone, months ago. And, I was working on this last stretch of number two qualification for Punta Cana. And I get this call and she goes, okay, Della, I'm ready. And I go, Liz? And she goes, yes. So I signed up a new brand partner. She couldn't get the 4-pack, but she's on. She's an extremely professional lady. I'm excited to have her on board. And another one that we got several months, about a month ago, maybe when James came out, is Lori Spence. I'm so proud of her. She's already got her ticket for Dallas. I'm so excited. Diane Scott's going to Dallas, and it's just exciting. I just want to share. Don't give up. You guys are amazing. Keep doing the do. In fact, I'm all dressed up, all ready to go to my next meeting this morning, networking, because you just never know who's going to be there and what treasures you're going to find, right? So that's my IPA. I'm so grateful for all of you and for my team. I have to say, I was speaking with my son yesterday. There's so many people that are so negative out there, and they don't realize the joy of life and how we have to keep moving on. And uh, I told my son, I says, you know what? These calls are like a shot of vitamin B12 or something every morning because it sets me up for the day to be positive, to be the best I can be, not for me, not for anybody, but for him, for God. And I'm just grateful to these calls at this age. Oh my gosh, yes. So I don't want to start crying. So thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, James, Kelly, Lindsay.
oh my gosh, Adela, we love you. There's two things that stick out. One is that you lead from the front, right? You set the example for your team by showing up. Like you're so consistent. And I think that's so important. You're going to PXP, so your team is going to PXP. You're on the calls, your people are on the calls. You're going to these meetings, your people are going to these meetings. So just congratulations for being a strong leader. That's incredible. And I love that you're always, it can be early in the morning, you look beautiful. I, on the other hand, can't seem to get that to happen. So you inspire me daily, Stella. I want to be you.
It's a lipstick. Put lipstick on.
Oh boy.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You
Of
guys
course.
mean a whole lot, and you just feed us such good stuff. Thank you.
Awesome. Cindy, Kelly, I'll let you guys lead the pace.
Awesome. Cindy, do you want to say anything?
Oh, I thought we were going back and forth, but I can say something because I will tell you this, Adela, is you mentioned the lady that you recruited that didn't come in with a 4-pack yet. And I will just be the first to tell you guys, I joined network marketing because it didn't cost me anything. Free was what I could afford. So never discount somebody simply because of their starting point, right? Because if somebody would have made an assumption on what I could invest in that moment, then I never would have grown to to do what I've done in this industry. Okay. So a piece of advice there is, how do you bring somebody in with nothing? There's a couple of different ways, right? We can have them send links, and we can also guide them to pre-sell if they're wanting to get the 4-pack, right?
Oh.
Sell 3 of them, they get theirs free, or sell all 4 of them and make a little bit. There's so many different ways that you can enter into this business. And it's one of the beautiful things about network marketing is that it's a low barrier of entry. So I cannot wait to see what she does in this industry. And if she is your next Cindy McKnight, Lindsay Yoakum, Kelly Smith, James Zhang, all of the people that host this call. Congratulations.
Thank you. Never thought about pre-selling. That's pretty good. That is good.
Definitely. James, do you see who was next? So is it Shauna?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Hey, Shauna.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So I wanted to come on because I have a girl that just started not too long ago, and she's like wanting to make Ultimate so bad. She's like, I'm going to do this. And so I know that she had contacted you and I both to ask how she can do it. And she went on fire like right after it. So she said, I'm going to buy the 10-pack, but before it even comes in, I am going to put a post up and I am going to see who wants the 10-pack. She's already got in a day and a half, 7 of those 10 sold. And she's like, as soon as that 10-pack comes in and everything, she pre-sold them too. So they're already paid for. And so she's already making money. She's turning around and she's buying another 10-pack to sell as soon as before that one's even sold out. So I say, you know what? These people that really want it, and she went after it. And I was like, okay, girl, I see you. And she's like, and I'm going to Texas too. And I said, that's right. You are going to Texas too.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. And that's Sherry, right?
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. Yes, she wants this so badly. And another thing I wanted to say too is I know sometimes we feel like we're like stagnant and we cannot do anything. It's all about connecting with other people and talking about the product even when we're out and about. And so whenever I go anywhere, I try to talk about the products, and I always have them with me. I always run into people that see me on social media and they're like, hey, in person, can you tell me about the products? Well, I went to a little coffee shop, little hole in the wall in town that, is just not a lot of people are there. I ran into a lady that is on my social media and I said, she's like, hey, tell me about these drops. And so I said, okay. She just so happens to run a bunch of social things for health and wellness, and she wants me to start attending them and putting a table out to sell these products. She's called me for 2 health and wellness events that are coming up this month. And then I have another one that is with the county, with all the county workers. That's a health and wellness that's coming up in June that I'm going to be at as well. So there's 3 right there just by talking and people seeing. So they're there watching, and it might be just you see them at a hole in the wall place out and about, and you're talking about your product. And that's when, it starts to just take off. And I'm like, yes, this is going to be so good. I'm excited about that.
I love it. I love it. You're so consistent, Shauna. You're just always doing the do. And I'm so happy for Sherry. I love that she, made a decision to go ultimate. Okay. She messaged Shauna and I, and she said, I want to go ultimate. So she put it on the table and we said, awesome. Here's some steps to do it. She did it. She was like, I don't know. I'm not sure I could afford the 10-pack. And she went out and free sold the 10-pack. That's hunger. That's what we talked about, being hungry. She found a way, right? She didn't make excuses. She found a way. So congrats, Sherry, for watching this later. She's a realtor, so she's super busy, like Shauna. I love that. And I love, Shauna, that you're always looking for new people to talk to. You're always taking that tracker and putting it into real time, real life. Like it doesn't have to just be on social media, guys. She's getting out in her neighborhood. She's talking to the lady at the coffee shop. That's starting 10 new conversations a day. And Shauna is a master. So congratulations, Shauna.
Thank you.
Cindy, do you want to say anything?
Oh, okay. So we're running this a little different.
Yes.
I'm slow to catch on, you guys. Okay. Shauna, you're amazing. And you're the perfect example of not being afraid to start the conversation with somebody. I will tell you, I have my own IPA. It was that's very much like Shauna's. And it reminded me because we're just moving a million miles a minute and I just forget, right? I was at Walmart the other day, you guys, and I was in the vitamin aisle. I was actually looking for protein bars and the vitamins were on the other side, right? Same aisle. And there was this woman and her husband, and they had this shopping cart, and I overheard them, right? And she's looking at beetroot and she's putting all these vitamins in her cart. And I turned around and I looked at her, and the husband's just kind of like, a little exasperated. And she looks at me, she laughs, she said, "This is what menopause looks like. I'm miserable." And I was like, oh, girl. And thankfully, I had my band on. Thank you, Eric Minter. And I was like, oh, girl, you should just put all of that back. And that is exactly what I'm all about. And she scanned it, got my information, and bought it right there. I didn't even have the product on me. You guys, people are desperate for a result. They are. She's literally Googling vitamins and supplements that are going to help her with the symptoms, right? And just like walking through like shopping sweepstakes, right? You guys remember that store? And she's just like putting it all in her cart. And I'm like, put it all back. This is going to help you. So there are people everywhere. And if you can just get really good at being nosy and just listening, right? I mean, it was totally unexpected. And hang out in Walmart vitamin aisles. I'm telling you, women in menopause, that's where they're at because they're desperate for a solution that we have, right? So I love that, Shauna. You really are the perfect example of getting out there. The tracker says start 10 new conversations a day, and it can be on social media, it can be in a coffee shop, it can be in a Walmart vitamin aisle, okay? So thank you, congratulations. I adore you, and I love watching you continue to crush it. All right, so who we have next? Who is next? Did you see Kelly?
I thought maybe Charmaine.
It's Charmaine next. Yeah.
Okay.
For time, maybe we'll do one comment each.
I'll do quick.
Yes, perfect.
I have to be in another call anyway. So, guys, I have been struggling so bad. Like, I just cannot seem to gain traction, cannot figure it out. Like, I don't know what it is. I've been in network marketing for so long, but I think before I just expect it to happen quick because I've been doing it so long. And for some reason or whatever it is, this is not doing that. And that's okay. I decided I want it to be at my own pace and I'm just going to let it flow as it goes. I don't want it to be too, anyways. So still doing the dues, still doing all the things. I see a girl at a restaurant the other night and she's like, I've known her for 17 years. And she goes, oh my God, I was just talking about you yesterday. And I was like, uh-oh. I'm like, what were you talking about? And she goes, well, I'm struggling with these night sweats and this is happening and this, that, and the other. And I was telling my husband about you. And he's like, have you called her yet? Have you called her yet? And then we just ran into each other. So anyway, she's buying a box of drops, but I'm trying to talk her into a 4-pack. So we'll get to that. One more, she texted me, been asking about the drops since November, literally since November. And she said, hey, I think I'm ready to order the drops and Advantage. I'll consider selling it after I try, is what she said. Talked her into joining because I said, I don't want you paying full price. You're going to love them. You need to use them at least for 3 months, which she's going to a Vegas trip in June. So got her signed up on auto ship with the 2 products. And then if she loves it, we're going to keep going from there. So quick, that's easy. Sorry.
I love that perspective of what you just said. What you started with is you went into it and you expected it to be just explosive out of the gate. And sometimes when you feel that pressure to make it explosive, it's not fun anymore. And it sucks the joy out of it. And that translates on the other end when you're talking to people. When truly, when you just hand it over to God and you say, you know what, I'm going to do this in your time, not mine, amazing things start to happen and you find joy and gratitude in what it is you're doing, right? And then he just puts people in your path, right? Like you Did you say at a restaurant? Is that what you said?
We're just eating dinner and she walked in. I was like, hey. And then it was so funny. We talked for 20 minutes. She told me all about her problems and yeah, it was crazy.
It's amazing. It really is. And
She
I love that
never
for you,
showed
Charmaine.
She never
I
showed.
do.
So what'd you say?
I love
Cindy?
it.
Sorry.
I said, it's okay. I said, I love that for you, Charmaine. I really do, because it just goes to show when you just hand it over and you say, I'm in this, I'm here, and I'm just going to allow divine intervention to put the right people in my path as long as I continue to show up, right? You have to continue to show up and do the action, right? You do. You have to continue to show up so people know that you're there and that you have a solution. But just trusting the process and that the right people are going to show up at the right time. And for them as well, right? You showed up in her life at the right time. Her husband had been hounding her to contact you. And then all of a sudden, you guys are both at the same dang restaurant. I mean, come on. So I love that for you. Congratulations, sweet sister. All right. Who was next, Kelly? Did you see?
I think we have Paula, and then I think it's Gina. Can you unmute Paula?
Oh,
There you go.
okay. Guys, I am so super. So initially, when I first got into this company, I think it was Lindsay, because they put a post something about somewhere, I don't remember where it was, about going ultimate and buying the 30 pack or buying the 10 pack or whatever. Well, let's just say my first day with Partner Co was August 31st. I had not ordered the 10 pack. I am ultimate at this point, but it took me longer to get there because I doubted that I could sell that 10 pack. So I have an event coming up on Saturday, and I talked to my husband and I'm like, well, should we order 30 pack because I have 3 events? And said, I think you better do 10. And how quickly do you think you sell those? And I'm like, I don't know. So now I'm nervous, even though I have this event Saturday. So I made a post yesterday that just showed, I borrowed somebody else's shirt that just showed the 10 boxes of drops in a box. And I said, I'm excited for the shipment coming in. 2 are spoken for. There's only 8 left. Who wants one? So I had pre-sold to a lady that before I, decided to do this. So 2 other ladies out. One of them is thinking about the drops. I've talked to her. She's like, okay, Paula, hook me up. And then another lady who's actually a brand partner, but she didn't do a subscription. She reached out and says to me, okay, I need a box. And I'm like, girl, what, are you not on subscription? She says, no. And anyway, so I'm meeting her today. I don't even have this shipment yet. Thank goodness for Cassie, because she has a 10 pack that she's going to loan me until mine comes in, because they won't come in for the event Saturday. But she said, what are you going to do if you sell all these out before your event on Saturday? You might want to not continue to pre-sell. And I said, well, I'll just take your 10 pack minus the one I have to take to the lady today to the event Saturday. And then when my shipment comes in, because I told them I was excited for a shipment that was coming, I didn't say when, then I can give those to those other ladies. So if you guys are hesitant about the 10 pack, just do it. So here's the other thing I'm excited about. On one of our IPA calls, I said my goal was to go manager again. I went manager in February for the first time. So my goal was to go manager again March and again April and then May. So I know this week's not over, but James told me last night, and yesterday was March 31st, that I made manager again for the second step to Punta Cana. So I am just beyond excited this morning.
Oh my gosh, Paula, that's amazing. Congratulations. I love that you were bold and that you trusted the process and then you got the 10 pack. I agree. I think that's amazing. It's cool to watch on social media how many people start coming out of the woodwork when you say that you have a 10 pack. Number one, you guys, everybody has fear of missing out, right? They don't want to miss something and they love a discount. So I love that you took the courage to do that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I love that too, you guys. And I love that this organization right here is what we call a hybrid team, right? There are teams in Partner Co that are strictly 10 packs, 30 packs, that's it. They don't send links. And then there are teams that are strictly send links, send links, send links, never buy a 10 pack or touch a 30 pack. Where this team really marries the two because there is value in both. There really, really is. And to be able to toggle those different options when you feel it in your business and you have the pulse in your business, right? If you've been putting out the testimonials and you have a lot of people who are interested but haven't pulled the trigger, I would argue making a post about the 10 pack is going to move some of those people through your pipeline, okay? It's going to help you close them because of that FOMO, because of that scarcity. And I'm excited. I can't wait to hear about how your event goes. Is it this weekend? Is that what you said?
Yes, Saturday morning.
Okay. I want you checking in with us Monday morning. I want an update.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Last one. I think we have, is it Gina? Are you the last
Yep.
one?
Gina.
All right, girlfriend.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm just here getting my tattoo. Yeah, I can multitask at the same time. I went to see Winter last week in Arizona, as most of you have seen, but we came up with a little thing that we were having a drink at home and we had the blue frog. And we ended up adding a shot of the blue frog to the drink, and it was so good. So we had like a light bulb go off. So last week I had a girlfriend that's here order some drops for her boyfriend. And she hadn't become a partner yet, but I reached out to her and I was like, Cash, I said, listen, I said, we've got this new product. Well, not new product, but new to me product that we added, a little bit of alcohol. Like, I don't promote alcohol. I don't drink very often, but it was a little idea of a little twist of something. So I came home. She's like, I would love to try it because, people are doing the Red Bulls and that's kind of not good for us. And somebody wants a different, healthier choice. So I went to meet her yesterday at her bar, and she owns a little Irish pub. And she tried the drink and she is sold. She's like, oh my gosh. She went in today. She goes, how do I order it? So today she went in and ordered the Blue Frog. And I also brought her the noni with the collagen, which she didn't know about. She's like, I'm really interested in the collagen. So I've been trying to push the other products because I know I've been focused on the drops and focused on the Advantage. But the other products, I kind of did a little twist with it. And, just adding a little twist will pique the interest and, maybe start something different. So Winter and I were just going over that, and that's what we wanted to do. And it worked. So I'm hoping that this area can kind of pick up on that. But also, I just wanted to say something about the drops. When I was in Birmingham last week, I have a lot of family there. And I reached out to a lot of my family, but a lot of them are on fixed incomes. They're low, they have low money coming in. They couldn't afford it. So my one aunt, and I don't do this often, but I had products with me and I actually sold her a box at my cost. I gave it to her for, the $100 because I wanted her to try it. She was broke. She didn't have the money for it. She lost so much weight already, and she is so ecstatic. She sells Tupperware and she's got that clientele. And she said, Gina, I cannot believe this stuff. So she reached out, and two other people that were there that were hesitant who couldn't afford it reached out to me and bought the drops because they saw her transformation. So it's just, if you could give somebody your cost, I mean, it's not all the time, but if you could do that to help somebody get started, I highly recommend that because then they'll come back and they'll see the difference, and they get it at your cost. So that's just a little trick that I've learned that I could share mine at my cost. But I mean, I just wanted to share that little information. So hopefully it helps one of you guys,
Thank you,
help
Gina.
somebody else. You're welcome.
That's incredible. One, I love that you went to visit Winter. We're all about community, and I love that. I was
I
stalking
loved
your
it.
really wishing I was with y'all. So that's awesome. Okay, this excites me because I love highlighting our products, our other products. We know we drive the drops because they're our number one, and that's the most important. But do you see that she created a new door for new interest? People who maybe weren't going to be interested in the drops. This lady owns a bar. She's in the bar. Maybe she's a bartender. That's a huge network that you could share the Blue Frog with or the Noni with. So I love that you think outside the box and exposing more people to what we have, because we do have a lot of amazing support products. So I love that part of it. So good job.
You guys,
Thank you.
of course, I'm like, first of all, I'm going to keep this really short because we're running long, but I loved that so much. I love that you're getting a tattoo right now. I'm like, I want to be Gina when I grow up because she is just the coolest person ever. He's going to be, I think that was he's going to be buying skinny drops by the time she leaves there. He's going to be loving the Blue Frog. I have no doubt. Can't wait to see him on the IPA call tomorrow. But I wanted to say this. I took this to ChatGPT because I was like, oh, that's genius. I've never thought to make this a cocktail mixer, right? There's a lot of people who indulge in a beverage from time to time, right? So I put it in. I'm like, give me some ideas for, Blue Frog inspired cocktail names. And I just have to share a couple of them with you. It even gave me recipes, you guys. Frog on the Rocks, the Raging Amphibian, Swamp Water, Croak and Dagger, Lily Pad Punch, Electric Leap, Midnight Tadpole, the Pond Bomb. I'm like, this is so cool. You could literally have a cocktail menu to be able to give a bar owner with the Blue Frog, right? And they're not even using the whole can, right? For when they make one drink, they could do a lot with this where they have an entire menu built around this right here and have it be like their special. So I love that. You just opened up a door to a different network that I hadn't even considered, and it's brilliant.
Love it. Congratulations, everybody. What an IPA. Well, right after this, everyone, thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, everybody, for sharing. If you're checking off your personal development mark, we have Amelia Harper, who just is hot off the press and launching Nigeria. We're going to have her share in the very near future about that event. She's talking all about today about becoming a selfless leader. And when Amelia speaks, she brings the punch and everything. So that'll happen in around 10 minutes or so. And other than that, if you want to say for prayer, we'll move into a time of prayer. If not, we honor you and feel free to hop off. But today, we got Miss Paula Allen to pray us out. So Paula, let us know. Try saying something first. You were lagging a little bit earlier, but let me see if you can say something again. Try to mute yourself here. There you are. I know. Hit that magic button. Hey, Paula.
Okay.
Hold up.
Is it
I'm going to
working?
turn off your video. Try saying something again.
Okay. Okay. Is it working?
I think so. Go for it.
Okay. Okay. So the word that God is giving me with this call today is abundance. So God, we want to first of all just thank you. Thank you for showering us with abundance. Thank you for the healing that's happening in families, and that you're delivering us from those sicknesses so that we can flow in your abundance, Lord. God, we thank you for the abundance of our team and how you are blessing each and every one of these areas where people could be rising up and shining. And God, we thank you for opportunities to help people. We thank you that this is turning into a ministry for many of us where we're able to pray for people for the challenges that they have, Lord. And we just pray and we thank you that we would always give glory to you for the abundance that you have bestowed upon us graciously, exceedingly above and beyond what we ever imagined, Lord. God, I pray that you would bless each and every one of the leaders on our team, Lord. Keep them well, keep them sharp in their mind, keep them bold, Lord, so that will flow on down to us, from you to them to us. God, we love you and we praise you and we thank you for everything. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.